Hi, welcome to the Bracket 1 Championship between Champaign Central and LeRoy. Let's meet the teams.
Noah Addison Kahn, Jr.
Nathaniel David Phipps Ross, Senior.
Kyle Martin, Senior.
Tracy Brenneman, Senior.
Mason J. Cordray, Senior.
Anthony Stephen Finelli, Jr.
Greg Ronald Phipps Ross, Jr.
Parker Darty, Jr.
Jeremy Larson, Jr.
Matthew Fletcher, Senior.
Lisa Chazanov, Jr.
Josh Sanford, Senior.
Kathy Lee, Senior.
Okay, let's get started with our game. What 1995 film told of an ill-fated space mission of 1970 and starred Tom Hanks? LeRoy Mason.
Apollo 13.
Apollo 13 is correct. The United States and Canada share the largest body of fresh water in the world. What lake is it? Central Jeremy.
Lake Superior.
Superior is correct. What beloved artist did the Guggenheim Museum finally honor with an exhibit, Pictures for the American People, in 2001? LeRoy, Nathaniel.
Andy Warhol.
Not Andy Warhol.
Just go for one.
Ansel Adams.
No, it was Norman Rockwell.
Oh.
In what year was MTV launched? LeRoy, Nathaniel.
1979.
Not 79, if you prefer.
75 maybe.
1973.
1981.
That's what I said.
Sorry.
What Hollywood duo's breakup prompted Newsweek to forecast Days of Thunder? It was Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. They used to be married at one time. In the Civil War, what was the Confederate name for the first battle of Bull Run? It's the Confederate name for the battle of Bull Run. Confederates called it Manassas. First battle of Manassas. In what country is the parliament called the Althingi? Althingi. LeRoy, Nathaniel.
Indonesia.
Not Indonesia.
India.
Iceland. What kind of chemical bond involves the sharing of electron pairs between atoms? Central Germany.
Covalent.
Yes, covalent bond. Which plane was nicknamed the Flying Fortress in World War Champaign Central Germany?
The B-14.
Not the 14. Flying Fortress in World War II.
B-52.
B-17.
There's the Stratofortress.
In the human body, what connects the calf muscle to the heel bone? LeRoy, Nathaniel.
Achilles tendon.
Achilles tendon is correct. Which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle wears orange? Central Matthew.
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo is correct. Whose name literally means unseen one? LeRoy, Nathaniel.
Yahweh.
No. Let's give it for
Hashem.
Hades.
Oh.
What state produces more milk than any other state? Jeremy, Central.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin is correct. What country has the most time zones? LeRoy, Kyle.
France.
Not France.
No, it's not Russia. Russia has more than
U.S. What did you say?
U.S.
Russia.
Oh, wait, really?
Who has served as Chancellor of Germany since 2000? LeRoy, Nathaniel.
Angela Merkel.
Angela Merkel is correct. What Green Hills of Africa author hit a critic in the face with a book over disparaging remarks he made in an essay? That was Ernest Hemingway. On what date did the Great Chicago Fire begin? It was October 8th, 1871. What woodwind instrument from the Italian for small is half the size? Central Germany.
Piccolo.
Piccolo, half the size of a flute. What 135-page Nicholson Baker novel relates the gripping story of a man buying shoelaces? That was called The Mezzanine. Whose castle is the centerpiece of Disney World in Florida? LeRoy Mason.
Cinderella.
Cinderella's castle. Who holds the record for the most wins as an NFL coach? Central Josh.
Madden.
Not Madden. You guys can prefer?
Don Shula.
Don Shula, yes. White-nose syndrome is an often fatal fungal disease that affects what? Central Jeremy.
Bats.
Bats, yes. What mammal species? What rock group had 2 hits including Love Me 2 Times? Had the hits including Love Me 2 Times, Light My Fire, and People Are Strange. LeRoy Mason.
The Doors.
The Doors is correct. Hushabye Mountain was featured in what musical film? LeRoy Tracy.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is correct. This TV couple was the focus of the show Boy Meets World. They have returned to TV in the show Girl Meets World, which focuses on their daughters. What's this couple's name? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Topanga and Mark.
No. You guys prefer?
Corey and Topanga.
Corey and Topanga. Pressing question there that I'm glad we finally answered. Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to Champaign Central.
After 14 seasons, America's Got Talent invited the top competitors from Got Talents all across the world to compete in America's Got Talent, The Champions, who came away with the title as the ultimate AGT champion.
I think it was some magician guy, but I don't know his name. That's a long time ago.
Kelly Clarkson.
Need answers?
Beach.
Season 14 winner Shin Lim repeated the feat in AGT Champions as he wowed America with his amazing magic.
Okay, that was a tough video question. Back to the regular game. What classification system was first published in the United States by Melvin Dewey in Central Germany?
Dewey Decimal System.
Dewey's Decimal System in 1876. What Manny comic often ad-libbed his routines on the sitcom Mork and Mindy? LeRoy Tracy.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams is correct. McKinley High cheerleading coach is played by Jane Lynch on what series? Champaign Central Lisa.
Glee.
Glee is correct. Which American poet wrote Exaltations and the Cantos? It was Ezra Pound. What is the name of the award given to the best book for young people each year? Central Jersey.
Caldecott.
No. Yes,
Newberry.
Newberry Medal. Yes. In what year did the Lincoln? In what year was the Lincoln Memorial dedicated in Washington D.C.? LeRoy Nathaniel.
1914.
Not 14.
During the CCC. 37.
Sure, I think it'd be earlier.
Really?
No, later. You're right.
37.
22, 1914.
We're somewhere in the middle, yeah.
What was discovered at John Sutter's Mill in 1848? Central Matthew.
Gold.
Gold, yes. That's the gold rush. Who wrote the novels which introduced the characters Hercules Poirot and Miss Marple? Central Matthew.
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie is correct. Whose albums include Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Captain Fantastic, LeRoy Mason?
Elton John.
Elton John is correct. Scott Joplin played his ragtime music on what instrument? Central Germany.
The piano.
The piano is correct. How did Dorothy kill the Wicked Witch of the Central Germany?
By dumping a bucket of water on her and melting her.
No, I'll finish the question for them. The Wicked Witch of the East.
The house fell on her.
Yes, house fell on her. The bucket of water was the Wicked Witch of the West. A camel leopard is an archaic term for what? Camel leopard. LeRoy and Nathaniel.
A joystick.
No.
An animal?
No, it's a giraffe with the head of a camel and the spots of a leopard. I don't think that's a real thing. What were the names of Mickey Mouse's nephews? Central Germany.
Mac?
No. Can you confirm? You can answer?
No answer.
Ferdy and Morty. Martha Stewart started producing this magazine in 1990. What is that magazine called? Central Germany.
Cooks Illustrated?
No.
Did you know it?
It was like Better Homes and Gardens, but we need to let them answer before
You
we
answer?
answer.
GQ.
No, Living. Martha Stewart's Living. Yeah. What was the world's first nuclear-powered submarine? LeRoy Kyle.
George Washington.
No.
George Washington.
USS Maine.
No, this was the first aircraft carrier. The Maine was an aircraft carrier.
You need an answer?
No answer.
The USS Nautilus.
It was.
What avant-garde rock band and Andy Warhol favorites formed in 1964 and had members including John Cale, Maureen Tucker, Leroy Mason?
Velvet Underground.
Velvet Underground, yes. Sterling Morrison and Lou Reed. Which artist recorded I Will Always Love You, the 1993 Grammy winner for Record of the Year? Central Lisa.
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston, yes. Dolly Parton did it first. What band won the Record of the Year honors at the 2011 Grammys? The band was Arcade Fire. What is the name of the group islands that lie off the coast of Normandy, France? Central Germany.
The Channel Islands?
Yes, Channel Islands. Correct. How many stocks comprise the Dow Jones Industrial Average? Central Matthew.
30?
30 is correct. What substance do your ceremonious glands produce? Ceremonious glands. Central Nathaniel.
Serotonin?
No.
Yeah, let's go for it. That might be the most.
Melatonin.
No, earwax is what.
Okay.
Well, that's the end of our first round. We've got a really good game going. Stick around and we'll have the lightning round right after this. Okay, after one round, Leroy 120, Central 150. Let's get to our lightning round. Who was vice president under Abraham Lincoln? Leroy Tracy.
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson is correct. Who was William Shakespeare's wife? Leroy Mason.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway is correct. In which country was the Battle of Waterloo fought? Leroy Mason.
France.
Not France. Oh, no, you can't. Sorry. That's lightning round. Belgium is what we're looking for. Who sculpted Mount Rushmore? It was Gutzon Borglum. And what year was Coca-Cola first introduced? 1886. Music Row is located in what United States city? Central Lisa.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee is correct. What word denotes a land-linking sandbar? Central Germany.
Isthmus.
Not an isthmus, no. It's a tombola. In what country was gunpowder invented? Leroy Nathaniel.
China?
China is correct. What C word is Spanish for hot? Central Lisa.
Caliente.
Caliente is correct. What is the official name for the 1991 Gulf War? What was the official U.S. name for the 1991 Gulf War? It was Operation Desert Storm. What U.S. city boasts the world's oldest working trolley line? Leroy Nathaniel.
San Francisco?
No, New Orleans. What is J.R.R. Tolkien's full name?
Oh my.
It is John Ronald Reuel Tolkien.
I knew it. I just did it wrong.
Who did the U.S. purchase the Virgin Islands from? LeRoy, Nathaniel.
England.
No, Denmark. What structure was 26.5 miles long until 1989? Central Germany.
The marathon?
No, that was the Berlin Wall. Who wrote In Dubious Battle, Cannery Row, East of Eden, and Of Mice and Men? Central Lisa.
Ooh, that is Steinbeck.
Steinbeck is correct.
Good job.
Who was the United States' first Secretary of State? Central Germany.
Jefferson.
Jefferson is correct. What is the only European capital city not located on a river? That is Madrid. And that's the end of our lightning round. We'll tally up our scores and be back with our final round right after this. Okay, going into our final round, LeRoy 120, Central 170. Let's get started. According to Arthian legend, what was the name of the sword, Central Matthew?
Excalibur.
Excalibur, or Caliber. What member of the European Union sports the internet domain extension .de? LeRoy Kyle.
Netherlands.
Not the Netherlands, just
Germany. No, it's Germany. Germany.
Okay.
Germany. What large university in Alabama was originally established as a men's Methodist college, primarily to train ministers? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Auburn.
Auburn is correct. It's now a state school. At Moline, Illinois in 1875, what inventor and manufacturer produced the world's first riding plow? Central Germany.
Deer.
Yes, John.
Oh.
What was the name of the family featured in the musical Sound of Music?
Oh my gosh.
LeRoy Tracy.
Fun Trops.
Yes, correct. What venerable U.S. company made the world's first LCD HD TV screen? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Sony.
Not Sony. No.
LG, Samsung. No, LG is. LG?
No, Zenith. Maybe don't hear much anymore. What orchestral instrument can play the highest note? LeRoy Mason.
Piccolo.
Not the piccolo.
No, viola's lower. Violin.
Violin is correct.
Funny.
Nobody puts baby in a corner is a line from what movie? Central Lisa.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing is correct. Babe Ruth started his Major League Baseball career with what team? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Red Sox.
Red Sox is correct. They traded to the Yankees. How many Confederate states were there during the U.S. Civil War? There were 11. What canal links the Caribbean Sea with the Pacific Ocean? LeRoy Tracy.
Panama Canal.
Panama Canal is correct. What was the name of Gustav Klimt's painting of a curly branched tree? That was a painting that was called Tree of Life. Poet Edgar Lee Masters was a law partner of what famous Chicago criminal lawyer? It's Clarence Darrow. The Great Red Spot is a gigantic storm located, LeRoy Kyle.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is correct. We're not playing solar system. In what year was the formal Republic of Czechoslovakia formed? LeRoy Nathaniel.
1991.
No.
94.
1918. Which cartoon character called himself the roughest, toughest hombre in the West? Central Germany.
Zorro?
Not Zorro. No.
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam is correct. What popular feature did zany cartoonist Gary Larson terminate in 1994, claiming he didn't want his humor to become stale? Central Lisa.
Archie?
Not Archie.
Heathcliff.
No, it was the Far Side cartoon.
Oh.
What was the name of the character played by Sigourney Weaver in the Alien movies? LeRoy Tracy.
Ellen Ripley.
Ripley is correct, yes. What do the writer Edgar Allan Poe and the psychologist Timothy Leary have in common? LeRoy.
They're both from Baltimore?
No, that's not what we're looking for.
Married their cousin. Oh, yeah,
Married their cousin?
No, that's possible. No, they were both kicked out of West Point. What kind of dog is the cartoon character Marmaduke? LeRoy Tracy.
Great Dane.
Great Dane is correct. Who is President Barack Obama's first chief of staff? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Carrie?
Not Kerry, no. Need an answer?
He was
Biden.
No, it was Rahm Emanuel. Mayor of Chicago. What is a haboob? Central Germany.
It's a dust storm.
A dust storm is correct. Which man became the youngest ever winner of the race when he won the 2011 Daytona 500? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Not Dale Earnhardt.
Usain Bolt.
No.
It's a driving race.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's not a sprint.
No, it's also a long time.
Need an answer?
Johnson.
I know Trevor Bain. Who was the first special teams player to be named an MVP in a Super Bowl? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Devin Hester.
Not Devin Hester. Let's get your fur.
I don't know. We don't have Josh, so.
Johnson.
No, it was Desmond Howard. What was the original use of the Leaning Tower of Pisa? LeRoy Kyle.
Bell Tower.
It was a bell tower. What does the vocal exercise? How does this vocal exercise continue? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Jeremy.
T.
T is correct. Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to LeRoy.
The reality show, Will Smith's Bucket List, finds the movie star traveling the globe, overcoming obstacles and facing his fears. On what video-on-demand service can you watch the program?
Where's that YouTube play, actually? I think it's like YouTube play, HBO. Maybe Prime. Amazon Prime?
You can find the show on Facebook's on-demand service called Facebook Watch. It was announced on August 9th, 2017, and is slowly introducing new programming to its users.
Okay, we got about 5 minutes left. LeRoy 210, Central 240. This is a good game. Back to our game here. About whom did Shakespeare write, "Age cannot wither her, nor custom state her infinite variety"? It was about Cleopatra. Jack Dorsey is one of the founding members of this online company. It's Twitter. He's one of the founders of Twitter. The Inventors Hall of Fame is located in which Ohio city? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Dayton?
Not Dayton, no. You guys prefer?
Just say it.
I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Need an answer?
Cincinnati.
It's Akron. How many years elapsed between the Declaration of Independence and Lincoln's Gettysburg Address? LeRoy Tracy.
87.
87, yes. 4-7. What war was at the center of the movie Saving Private Ryan? LeRoy Space.
World War II.
World War II is correct. What is the amount of light allowed to pass through a camera lens called? LeRoy Mason.
Exposure.
Not exposure, no.
Aperture.
Aperture is correct.
Nice.
What is the second full moon in a month called? Central Germany.
Blue Moon.
Blue moon is correct. Who assassinated Robert Kennedy? It was Sirhan Sirhan. Who is the first U.S. military academy to admit women? LeRoy Nathaniel.
West Point?
Not West Point, no.
There's one in Indiana.
What's it called?
East Point.
Chanute.
No, U.S. Coast Guard.
What?
What was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Maryland.
Not Maryland.
Virginia.
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 That was Delaware.
So.
Unlike his two sons who have both won Super Bowls, this quarterback had a 13-year career from 71 to 84. LeRoy Cobb.
Archie Manning.
Archie Manning.
Yeah.
And Eli. What are the only breed of dog that doesn't have a pink tongue? The only breed of dog. Central Kathy.
Chow Chow.
Yes. What is this shardized object coated with? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Glass.
No, not glass.
Coated with
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Metal.
Need an answer?
Metal.
Zinc.
That's a kind of.
What is the most abundant mineral in the body? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Iron.
Not iron.
Yeah.
Calcium.
Calcium is correct. How many NFL teams have never made it to the Super Bowl? That was 4. Houston, Jacksonville, Detroit, and Cleveland. In 1963, Valentina Tereshkovsky became the first woman to do what? Tereshkova. Sorry, Valentina Tereshkova. LeRoy Nathaniel.
When Wimbledon.
No. Yes, confirm.
The U.S. Open?
No, fly as an astronaut.
Oh.
What is the world's largest rodent? LeRoy Tracy.
Capybara.
That is correct.
Dang it, I did that one.
What city is home to the headquarters for NATO? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Brussels.
Brussels is correct. Clara Peller became world famous for this phrase in the 1980s Wendy's commercial. LeRoy Mason.
Where's the meat?
No, you guys confirm?
Oh yeah.
Fresh, never frozen.
No, you're very close. Where's
Where's
the
the beef? I knew it. Yeah.
What island in the southwest Pacific Ocean is the second largest island after Greenland? LeRoy Nathaniel.
Australia.
No, you guys confirm?
It's someone that was using this on. What? It's someone that was using this on.
Ooh,
Guinea?
Any answer?
Guinea. New Guinea.
Which country is the setting for the dinosaur park in Jurassic Park? LeRoy Tracy.
Isla Nublar.
No.
It's in like by Cuba.
Yeah, I don't. Costa Rica.
Wait, no, it's
Need an answer?
Oh, no.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica is correct.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's the end of our game. It's a good one. We'll tell you who won and everything else right after this. Okay, round one winner is Central. They beat LeRoy 310 to 260. Really good game. Bracket 2 is going to be Prairie Central, Villa Grove, St. Joe, Ogden, and Tuscola. So Champaign Central gets to play one of those. Thanks for joining us for Bracket 1, and we'll see you next time.